Welcome to this vlog on Badami caves in North Karnataka. They are the earliest known examples of Hindu temples carved out on a hill cliff at different elevations. Badami was the capital of the Chalukya dynasty from 6th to the 8th century. There are 4 prominent cave temples here. In the first cave, there is a large sculpture on the rock face to the right of the entrance portraying Shiva Tandava or Nataraja. Close to this is a unique artwork depicting Shiva in his Ardhanarishwara form, which is a fused image of Shiva and Parvati. You may notice Parvati's Dasi carrying a tray of jewels, Nandi and a skeletal Bringi, who was an ardent Shiva devotee. The cave is supported with many pillars, and each of which presents intricate carvings and very impressive symmetric designs. I salute those architects who crafted these structures. To its opposite, there is yet another beautifully carved sculpture of Harihara that portrays a fused image of Shiva and Vishnu with Lakshmi and Parvati on either sides. From there, we continued our exploration to the next cave. As it was a holiday season, the caves were very crowded. The entire place is filled with these kinds of massive, soft sandstones which are good for elaborate carvings and filigree works. We reached the second cave. The steps further continues towards the third and the fourth cave. Unlike the first cave, this one is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The cave presents another immensely gorgeous depiction of Hindu theology and art. Multiple etchings on the cave walls signify different stages of life of Lord Vishnu. Stories from many religious texts like Bhagavata Purana and the Samudra Manthan are also narrated through the exquisite artwork in the caves, indicating the theological and cultural significance of these even in the 7th century. This is the depiction of Varaha Avatar rescuing Goddess Earth or Bhumi Devi from the depths of cosmic ocean. Right opposite to this cave, we could get a wonderful view of the Agastya Tirtham, which is a big artificially built lake with stone steps all around. Continuing the climb, we reached the cave 3, which is on a raised platform. You may see many other temples around this place. The third cave is titled as the earliest Hindu cave temple known in the Deccan region. The cave is sculpted 48 feet deep into the mountain, making it the largest cave. The cave 3 is well preserved as compared to cave 1 and 2 and is a good insight into the culture and lifestyle of the Chalukya kingdoms. This relief on the rock face depicts the legend of Vishnu in his Vikrama form, taking one of the 3 steps. This carving portrays Lord Vishnu seated on serpent Sesha. If you want a coveted glimpse into the theological richness of India, this cave will surely satisfy you. There are quite a lot of intricately carved motifs on the pillars. The pillars, the veranda and the columns are seen carved with beautiful designs, and the pillar brackets, as you see, has carvings of several mythological characters. This massive lake was constructed in 5th century and named after the sage Agastya. We reached the 4th cave. This cave is located close to the 3rd cave and is unique amid the other Badami caves, for it features symbols of Jainism rather than Hinduism. Many Jain Tirthankars like Mahavira, Bahubali and Indranbhuti Gautama are also carved in different meditative postures. This cave was constructed in the late 7th century and was supported by the Hindu kings of the region. From the cave 4 platform, you can get a very clear and a stunning view of the Bhutnatha temple on the eastern bank of the lake. Later, we started our descent. We reached the bottom of the cave, where there is a very old masjid named the Qila Masjid that would have been built during the Mughal invasions. Right beside the mosque, along the side of the cave, there is a way with stone walls on both the sides toward the Agastya Lake. For some time, we spent exploring this lake and could see a raised platform and even provisions on the lakeside to light the lamps along the way. Later, we continued our journey and reached the other side of the Agastya Lake, from where we got an incredible sight of the Bhutnatha temple and even the Badami caves. You may even notice a fort on top of the Badami cave hill. The visit to the Bhutnath temple, built on the banks of this great lake, was really a superb and a memorable experience. This temple is dedicated to the deity Bhutnatha. I have never been to a temple like this that projects towards the lake. Sat there for some time, enjoying the scenic beauty of the wonderful place. There were a couple of rocks behind this temple where we could see several carvings. Many of them looked incomplete and might have been the trial marks done. From here, we headed towards Pattadakal. Pattadakal is a UNESCO World Heritage Site 23 kilometers away from Badami. The heritage site brings you a rare sight of 9 Hindu temples in close proximity which are dedicated to Lord Shiva. They were constructed between 7th and the 8th century on the banks of the Malaprabha river valley by the Chalukya Empire. This river further flows down towards the north and finally meets the river Krishna. These monuments reflect a fusion of two major Indian architectural styles, Nagara from the north and the Dravidian from the south. The temples are adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions and houses several beautiful sculptures of gods demonstrating remarkable craftsmanship. The decorative friezes in the Hindu temples display various Vedic and Puranic concepts, depict stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Bhagavata Purana, as well as elements of other Hindu texts like the Panchatantra. The expression of Raja Dharma and Moksha are seen throughout the various temples here. The former is depicted in various carvings using examples of the life story of Rama from the Ramayana, while the latter is expressed with images of Nataraja, yoga, and numerous ascetics. The legends of Hindu epics and the Puranas are seen depicted on the pillars of the Mallikarjuna temple. The Rasalila of Krishna can also be seen. This is the Virupaksha temple, which is the largest, where you can find very complex friezes and a fusion of northern and southern styles. After the fall of the Chalukya Empire, the region was annexed by the Rashtrakuta kingdom, who ruled the region till the 10th century. Later, in the 13th century, it was subject to raids and plunder by the Delhi Sultanate armies that devastated the region. Their period ended with the rise of the Hindu Vijayanagar Empire. They made various forts around the monuments for their protection, as evidenced by the inscriptions in the fort at Badami. Following the collapse of Vijayanagar Empire in 1565, Pattadakal was annexed by the Sultanate of Bijapur, which was ruled by the Adil Shahi dynasty. In the late 17th century, the Mughal Empire under Aurangzeb gained control of Pattadakal from the Sultanate. After the collapse of the Mughal Empire, Pattadakal came under the control of the Maratha Empire. It later changed hands yet again when Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan wrested control of it in the late 18th century, but lost when the British defeated Tipu Sultan and annexed the region. From Pattadakal, we drove close to 10 kilometers and reached Aihole. This is the Durga temple, which is famous as a rare apsidal or round-ended Hindu temple representing a final stage in the transition of the ancient Chaitya hall design to later Hindu temple architecture. The Lord Khan temple, which was earlier the Chalukya Shiva temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, is one of the oldest Hindu temples located in Aihole. This Shiva temple was later renamed as the Lord Khan temple after a Muslim commander of Bijapur Sultanate used it as his operational hub. As you may notice, the roof of the temple is special and a rare work, which is an adaptation of wooden style in stone. Aihole, along with nearby Badami, was the cradle of experimentations with temple architecture, stone artwork, and construction techniques in the 6th century. This resulted in 16 types of freestanding temples and 4 types of rock-cut shrines. With this, we ended this heritage trip exploring the real gems of Indian history, religion, and culture which stood tall for centuries together. Thank you for traveling with me. Please also watch my other travel vlogs. The links are given in the description below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, please click the notification bell to get more videos.